Welcome to Out of Order. I'm Marcus. I'm here with a very, very cool game. This is Deathstalker, the Spectre Files. This is a canceled laserdisc game that was made in the 80s and then resurfaced due in part to thanks to Galloping Ghost Arcade. So that is where I actually picked this up, and it was sent to me, I don't know, 6 months ago, something like that, and I'm just now getting around to kind of working on it. It's a really cool cabinet, and it's kind of torn apart right now, but only because I'm upgrading some things. So I thought I'd show you guys what I'm going to upgrade. And this will be like, just an interesting, I don't know, like kind of what I'm doing to it. So let's check it out. The control panel is currently off of it, so that's going to be gone, but I'll just show you what I'm doing. So this is a really cool laserdisc game where you explore sort of like a haunted mansion, and you have to make choices. So you actually have three different buttons, and you have to choose at different intervals. So the control panel's gone, but that's just because I took it apart. It's just running a normal like computer. So here's the buttons when you're playing the game. What's cool about these is that these actually support lights like LEDs or bulbs, and so there's yellow, red, and green. And so what I'm doing is wiring up strands of wire for LEDs. So basically these will now light up on the control panel. We're going to test this in a minute and make sure it does. So what I've done is I've just taken some lead wires off of the 5-volt on the computer, and then I've just attached little crimp connectors all the way down. And so I'm probably going to end up doing the coin door too. And I still have to actually block off these slots, so that's a pain in the butt, but I'm going to do that. And these are just standard like Suzo Hap coin mechs. I actually took those out. But yeah, around here, you can see it's just running on a computer. So what I did to get my 5-volt is actually spliced into the computer power supply 5-volt leads, which will give me enough amperage to run the LEDs. And then the hard drive, you'll notice, is right here, and it's clearly not a SSD drive. And as you guys know, I'm kind of a freak with that. So while it's a brand new drive, and it probably won't have any problems at all, I did bring an SSD drive today to try and see if I can clone it over. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do it on this computer just because it has everything. It's got a CD-ROM drive, and I can boot right up. But in here, got some cool stuff that came with it, including promotional flyers. This is like a stack of promotional flyers. I should put these all around town. And then this is actually a signed, right here, signed by, God, I don't know, Bill? Something? Bill F. something? Really cool. I love this game. It's so awesome to have like a new FMV game. I mean, it's a few years old. His signature's also here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, it's really, really awesome. So Doc over at Galloping Ghost is the one who kind of put this together. You can see it's got a little plaque on the back. So pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and turn it on and hook up the LED lights and just see if they come on and see what happens. Okay, so you'd think that you could just pop in any kind of wedge style LED, and you can. I've got 3 different styles here. This one's like flat. It's got 4 of the new style LED. This one's got like a lens on it that's kind of giant. And this is a Comet pinball. And this one's called a flathead. What's interesting about this flathead is that the circumference or the diameter of it is the same as a real bulb. So it's the exact same width around. These other ones are a little bit bigger, right? And so I've got this button that came with this game. And you would think it would just fit on here, for example, you know, but it doesn't actually snap in, because what's happening is this hole right here is meant for the width of a bulb. So I'll show you guys what I mean, but so like it fits in there, right? And then here's let's see, hold on, I'll pull this one out. So you can see it goes in, but then it hits. Actually, this one's not too bad. It's kind of too tall, because like you don't want to use that one, because when you press the button, it would actually hit. But so that was kind of a bad example. Let me use this other one. Okay. So there you go. It won't actually fit in there, where this one will. So you can actually mount it on there and have it function. So it goes like this, for example, like that. Let's see if I can just snap it in. So there you go. See, it fits fine. Anyway, the point is, though, is that this style of LED is old. It's only got one, like, I don't know if it's a diode or whatever, but it's just one in there. So it's not as, like, I don't know if it's as desirable, but they're harder to get. Like, Comet only has so many left in stock. So anyway, I'm gonna figure something out here, because I do want these to light up. Like I was saying, I think it'll be really cool to have them light up. So, and then I added the ones on the coin door, you know, which I can use any bulbs. So those are working. So my wiring's all good. The only other thing is the computer inside. I am cloning it to an SSD drive, which I mentioned I was gonna do. So that just finished. I was using Acronis, and I'll show you what I did, which is kind of funny, because I used the world's smallest SATA cable. Like, look at that tiny little cable I found. I didn't even realize I had it with me. So I just cloned it over this 2 terabyte drive to a 250 gig SSD, and I'm going to you know, see if it boots. So we'll see. I pretty much just used all the default settings on Acronis. All right, let's see if it boots up. I might have to set like the boot order, because I didn't move the position of the drive. So let's just see. Not good. All right, I got it to boot up, which is great. I did have to boot up to the Windows 10 CD choose disk part. I assigned a drive letter of W, and then I basically copied the boot files needed to that drive, partition, and that partition was the like main Windows boot partition, which is hidden. So I assigned a letter to it, and then I did some command where I copied the boot files over to that. Then I exited, then I went to BCD boot, and I copied those temporary files on the W drive, which was like the main boot drive with a drive letter, and I copied it over to the Windows partition. And so it just did that. It also converted it to the UEFI. I can't remember if that's right. So that's all I had to do. and then it booted right up. So that's awesome. Let's check it out. There it is running on the little tiny micro SATA cable that is like 2 inches. So yeah, so the next thing on this is to get the lights figured out, and I'm not sure if I'm just gonna order some proper LEDs. I don't want them to be like super brights or anything like that. Or I did have an idea of just taking this and drilling it out a little bit, making it a little bigger. So I don't know if I want to do that either. So we'll see what I do, but more soon. Okay, one more small modification that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a better power button, because right now all you do is you just unplug it, and it kills the power to it. So I would never trust Windows to handle that over and over daily. So I'm going to make a button that will shut the computer down, and also can be used not really even to power it up, because the way that this works is when the power supply detects power, it just turns on, just starts the game. But then when it's time to turn off the power, you just kill the power. But what I'm going to do is make a power off button. So what I did was I just went to the header that went to the motherboard that goes to this power switch up here. So right there. And I took off the header, and then what I did was the way you can test this, if you think you know that the power is what, but anyway, the power in this case is blue and white. You can use a flathead screwdriver and you can short the 2 pins, and it will boot up or shut down depending on where it's at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice into the white and the blue, and I'm just going to run a power button, like probably hidden back here on one of these sides. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet, but it'll just be black incognito. Maybe I'll put it in the front. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it where someone will not hit it or think it's something, to mess with. But let's go ahead and do that. And we have a power button. So I just mounted it up on top, but basically got the wires going in through the back of the computer and then spliced into the blue and white cable. And I'll go ahead and show you guys anyway. So I just turned it on. So now that we can hear the music, I'll go initiate a shutdown. You can watch the computer kind of turn off. There's the light and the USB, and then boom. So it just shut down, and then honestly, what would happen then is the power would go off. And then now, let's say it's day 2, and it just turns right on. So really, it's just a shutdown switch. You can use it like a startup switch if you want, but yeah, and it being SSD, I think it's just a leaner build. Starts up a little quicker. Yeah. It'll be nice to get the buttons finished up here, though. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the LEDs. I think I'm just going to order some LEDs that match, or that fit properly. I think the image for the game is about 8 gigs. It's a lot of video. I mean, really a lot of video. So, all right, cool. So that'll help make this thing last a little bit longer. So I'm finally finished with this one. So just a summary, you can see I added some coin lights to the front. So did that. I don't know what was going on with this little tiny amplifier, but it has like a little adapter for a headphone out. But when you do that, I think it's just the wrong adapter. It goes like from stereo to mono. So I just disabled it. I don't, whatever. Speakers sound good. And then I ran a power wire from the computer power supply to a switch, which lets me turn the computer on and off safely. The other thing I did was I kind of adjusted the mount that it came with just a little bit. And I also did some light blocking. So it's hard to see, but I added that white strip there and used some gaffing tape, and those 3 strips are just holding it, but the other side of it is an entire strip of black gaffing tape. So what that does is it stops all the light bleed from over here. So before I was getting a lot of light from up here, like just full on, like you could see the back of the cabinet. So now it's looking really good, and we've got lights. Got the correct sized LED bulbs. These came from Comet Pinball. They're not as bright. They're kind of like the San Francisco Rush, how for some reason on camera you really see that centerpiece. They're really mild looking. Also, Greg hooked me up, made a Lexan control panel overlay, so I just installed that. I did remove the side protector so you can see the side art, which is just awesome. Super, super cool. Last seen on November 13th. This is like the Attract music video, scene, which is actually pretty cool. I can't wait to get this game out so people can play it. So I don't think I have any quarters put in. Let's do that. All right.
You learn 2 things in detective school. First, always keep your files neat and orderly. And second, a case that involves a missing blonde will inevitably drive you to drink.
I don't know why the mouse is there. That's kind of weird.
Besides, I was between clients at the time.
Might have to unplug it.
Collectors were starting to get ugly.
You see that cursor right there? That's kind of funny.
Deathstalker Hollow, walking her chihuahua through a nearby graveyard. Not much to go on, but I had to start somewhere.
Ed, there's a gentleman out here to see you. It looks like he wants money. You want me to show him in, or do you want to go out?
Man, she is so late 70s, early 80s. It's amazing. All right. I'm not here. Hide your wallet and meet the gentleman. Let's just... I'm not here.
Take a hike, sweetheart.
He wanted money, all right.
Spectre, Mr. Vaseline wants to give you 5 good reasons why you should pay him the money tonight.
Whoa. Holy shit. That guy totally faked wined it up there.
As I slowly regained consciousness, I was touched by my secretary's concern.
Ed, are you all right?
Poor kid was crazy about me.
Don't you think you ought to start looking for that girl? I mean, I'd like to get paid this week too, you know.
Sure thing, Dollface. It's awesome. See, it said laserdisc down there.
The Derhatchett Institute was founded by a Nobel Prize-winning scientist who disappeared in the late 50s, leaving the place deserted for nearly 30 years. I walked up the creaky front steps.
Those are pet rats.
Turned the knob.
Look under the mat.
Naturally, there was a key that fit the front door under the mat. The stench was awful. It was like entering a tomb. There were rotting stairs to my right and a room to my left, and I felt a cold chill on the back of my neck.
Carefully climb those stairs.
As I ascended the rotting staircase, I began to feel as if I were being followed. From the top of the stairs, I could
Holy
see a
shit.
wing below.
Yikes. Turn on the charm, dude.
I'm not sure what happened next. I vaguely remember staring into someone's eyes.
Oh, I think you can only black out 3 times, and it's game over.
I don't know how long I was out, but someone or something had dragged me to a cellar below Der Hatchet Manor. As I struggled to clear my head, I clicked on my flashlight and looked around.
I love how hokey this is,
Any
like
fool could
film
see that the
noir,
place
you know?
had more than its share of dingbats, and I was no exception.
Pretty groovy little tune in the background they keep playing. Let's look for trouble.
I went looking for trouble and found it in the
Whoa.
form of a phantom friar.
Oh,
Just a
shit.
brief interruption. No sense of humor, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh no, that's the 3rd time. I think that's it. You black out. Uh-oh.
I woke up with the feeling
Oh,
that I was
still
at
going.
the end of my rope. When I realized that I was fit to be tied. The situation was bad and my life hung in the balance. But this was no time for reflection.
Ah, Mr. Spectre. Did you have a nice nap? I'm so glad you decided to hang around. Well, the only reason why you're alive is because the master prefers a hot lunch to cold cuts.
Wow, hot lunch to cold cuts. Nice, nice, okay. Do something clever, man.
I was trying to think of a diversion when I lost my footing. The whole world started to
Oh,
slip
shit.
away as the rope bit into my neck.
Oh, yeah.
When I got up, I saw that the pipe had made quite an impression on Laughing Boy.
Laughing boy. Use that rope.
I told Laughing Boy he was bound to be out of circulation.
Ooh, good
He
pun.
didn't appreciate the gag.
Look for a sign. Whoa. Music room.
On the steps above me,
Whoa.
a green ghoul gestured
Holy
grace.
shit. Look at that thing. Let's make some small talk.
I approached the zombie reluctantly and asked him who his tailor was.
Oh my god.
His response was to push me backwards into a rickety old freight elevator.
It's awesome.
What floor, please?
Holy shit. First floor, thank you.
First floor, everybody out. Watch the door.
We arrived on the first floor and I got off.
Okay. Music room.
The room was crawling with vermin. It was one of Vaselini's boys.
Spectre.
There, look, see?
Secretary told me I could find you here. Eyes up, Gumshoe. Mr. Vaselini's authorized me to pick up on all outstanding.
I think that's the same actor who played the dude who was burning me
I wondered if I
with
should
the rope.
warn him.
Look behind you. Go ahead and look behind you.
What do you think I'm stupid?
Got him.
Whoa, it just, oh shit.
Unfortunately, whatever it was that got the gangster
It chose for me. I didn't choose fast enough.
hungry.
Oh shit. That was the wrong answer.
I came to in an attic. Someone or something was sitting across the attic from me.
Oh, this is the end.
At last, the detective decides to pay a visit to his host. Have you enjoyed our hospitality so far?
It was difficult not to listen. His voice had a strong hypnotic effect.
You don't know me, but I know you. Each time you lapse in consciousness, I get to know you a little better.
Ew.
Come, sit.
Vintage tonight.
It's something I picked out close to your heart.
That was my blood he was sucking on.
Let's attack that guy.
I tried to attack, but
Stop, Gumshoe!
Oh shit.
Count Yorchikunsky stared into my eyes, and I knew I had failed. I blacked out.
Man. Alright, I gotta unplug that mouse so the mouse cursor goes away. You now haunt the halls of the Derhatchet Institute, and the case remains unsolved. In hindsight, you probably could have made better choices. Yeah, no shit. Overconfidence was your undoing. Never count your chickens before they're hatched. Sweet. Check out this music video. Oh well. This is a crazy music video. So awesome. So that's it for Deathstalker. Yeah, quite an awesome machine. I just did some basic mods, nothing major, and I'm really excited about it being on the arcade floor. It's gonna be great. I also have another laserdisc game I'm working on, and that's gonna take a little bit more time for me to work on, but I'm gonna start on that in about a week. It's currently right before Thanksgiving right now. So anyway, there you go. Until next time, thanks for watching. Leave a like. Thanks for subscribing to Sunset Hotline. Until next time, you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna keep that shit retro by playing old Laserdisc games later on.